Good morning, everyone. Thanks for listening to the Day Weather Podcast. It's Tuesday, February 18th. Well, the storyline for the next 3 to 4 days across the region will go as follows. Wyoming and western Nebraska and western South Dakota will mainly just be quite cold. Temperatures are going to be far below average today and Wednesday and Thursday. There will be a little bit of light snow and flurry activity, but mainly in the mountains in the far eastern and northeastern areas of Wyoming and western Nebraska and South Dakota, but nothing that's going to amount to much. Now, for you listeners of this podcast in Colorado, well, you've got a little bit of winter weather coming your way. In fact, I see the most active weather for Colorado I've seen in a while. This will be especially true for the central and southern parts of Colorado over the next 2 days, then southwest Colorado as we get on into the weekend. Here's the snowfall forecast over the next 5 days. And you can see that along and south of I-70, along I-70 from the mountains through the plains, then down to the New Mexico border, the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, and into western Kansas, that's where the best snow is going to be. Now, most of this comes Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Also notice we have a band of light to moderate snow from southwest Nebraska to northeast Nebraska. And then you can see spotty or light snow and flurry activity across parts of Wyoming, Colorado's western slope, mainly just looking at a few flurries. The real story for areas not getting snow will be the cold. These are our 7-day temperature forecasts. These are anomalies, meaning the blue, green, and purple show the areas that are coldest relative to normal. And you can see how cold those areas are going to be between now and the weekend. But most of this cold is over the next 4 days. Temperatures are going to moderate Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in many areas. But over the weekend, here comes another batch of snow. And notice that it comes into parts of southwest areas of Colorado, the Four Corners area, into the San Luis Valley. Some of these areas here, especially the mountains, will see some snow with an area of low pressure coming in from the southwest United States and skirting quickly across the area here during the day Saturday and the Sunday, but that system is going to stay south of the Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota area, with these areas right here experiencing a warm-up in the Friday, Saturday, Sunday time frame, and really not even that much wind. And that's one good thing about the next 3 to 4 days. While the next 3 to 4 days will be pretty cold, the winds are going to die down, and those winds dying down will really help out with keeping roads open, helping to keep the roads getting cleared off from the wintry weather we had this past weekend. Long term, we're still watching next week's weather carefully, although I'll tell you, the computer modeling is awful right now. Here is a forecast for Tuesday morning. You see the shape of this low, the elongated low pressure system that's from the Four Corners area stretching all the way up into North Dakota. This pattern of an elongated low like this, if this happens, you're not going to get a well-organized storm. It's going to come through in pieces and not be very well put together until it heads off into the upper Midwest. However, we've seen this many times before where the computer models this far out have a very difficult time with this type of storm system. So one thing is for certain, next week turns colder again. Next week we've got snow chances returning again, but there are a lot of question marks. I drew you a question mark yesterday. I'm going to draw you another one today because next week's weather is still up in the air in terms of how strong that storm is going to be early next week. The good news is we have the next 3 to 4 days to figure out what next week's storm's going to do. But the general trend of it getting more stormy in late February and early March is still on the table. Thanks for watching and listening to the Day Weather Podcast. We'll update you on Wednesday. Have a good day.